There are also instances wherein the given angle or what we're solving angle is not exactly found, or we cannot provide exact measure of it or the exact value. Let's say, for example, tangent x is equal to 2. Well, in this case, we know already that tangent function has a range that is a set of all real numbers. So 2 is also a possible value. However, if we try to focus on the 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and all other angles that are considered to be special angles, no angle can provide us tangent of that angle that is equal to 2. And because of that, we are limited on providing the answer this way. So x is equal to arctangent of 2. Okay, or you can remove this parenthesis, then you can have that arctangent of 2. Therefore, this is the only that is a value of x that can satisfy that equation. So when it comes to the general solution of that function or equation, and we know that the the period of tangent x is pi, so therefore the general solution, this is x is equal to arctangent of 2 plus n pi. Okay, so meaning to say, well, when you use your calculator, you can approximate this arctangent 2. However, and since this is equation and the value of this in angle or region or degrees is not exact, cannot be exactly provided. Okay, kasi isa siyang irrational. Therefore, we just limit our answer in this form, arctangent of 2. And this will be substituted. So, ibig sabihin, in every 180 degree half a revolution, then you can always find half, or you can always have a solution x. So this is the general solution. Another is if you have 3 sine x is equal to -1 and we're solving for x, therefore we have sine x is equal to -1/3 if we divide both sides by 3 to cancel this 3. Therefore, x is equal to arcsine of -1/3. Take note, you need to enclose it in parentheses because of this negative sign to avoid confusions. Okay, now this is the exact value of x. Take note that arc inverse sine or arc sine would mean angle. Okay, and when it comes to the general solution of that, the general solution will now be x is equal to arcsine of -1/3 plus 2n pi. Okay, so that is the general solution. Another is if you have cosecant x plus 9 is equal to 0. Therefore, we're solving for x. We have cosecant x is equal to -9. Now to solve for this x will now be arc cosecant of -9. And we know that when it comes to arc cosecant, that can also be written into x is equal to arcsine, and then we get the inverse or the reciprocal of -9, so that is -1/9. So it means to say, when it comes to the general solution, it is also accepted to have an answer that is x is equal to arc cosecant of -9 plus 2n pi, because, well, the period of cosecant x is 2 pi. Or you can have x is equal to arcsine of -1/9 plus 2n pi as a general solutions. These two are just the same because we already proved that these two, arc cosecant and arc sine, are but related to each other provided that the angle are get the reciprocal of each. Okay. Another example is 6 cotangent of x plus 5 is equal to 0. So move natin ang 5 on the other side, it becomes negative 5. So we have 6 cotangent of x is equal to negative 5. Divide both sides by 6. Therefore, we have x is equal to, or cotangent x is equal to negative 5 over 6. Now we're ready to solve for x. So x is equal to arc cotangent of negative 5 over 6, which is also equal to arc tangent, then get the reciprocal of negative 5 over 6, which is negative 6 over 5. They're just equal. Okay, now in the general solution of this can be x is equal to arc cotangent of negative 5 over 6 plus n pi. And since arc cotangent and arc tangent can also be related from each other, then you can also rewrite it using the arc tangent. X is equal to arc tangent of negative 6 over 5. Just get the reciprocal of negative 5 over 6 plus n pi, then they're just the same. So that is how we do it, especially that the value is not cannot be expressed exactly using the degrees or the regions. But then we don't say that these are not exact, because these values are really the exact values. That is why we just limited on this case. So that is how we understand it. Also, so another is when you have 4 secant of x plus 7 is equal to, let's say, 2. So we have 4 secant of x is equal to 2 minus 7. Then secant of x, or 4 secant of x, becomes, that is equal to negative 5. Divide both sides by 4. Then we have secant of x is equal to negative 5 over 4. Therefore, x is now equal to arc secant of negative 5 over 4, which can also be x is equal to arc cosecant or arc cosine of negative 4 over 5. Just get the reciprocal of negative 5 over 4, and it's negative 4 over 5. And arc secant and arc cosine are but related from each other, provided that the angles, the values must get the reciprocal of these values. Now, when it comes to the general solution, we have x that is equal to arc secant of x. That must be arc secant of negative 5 over 4 plus 2n pi. Or you can have x is equal to arc cosine of negative 4 over 5 plus 2n pi. They are just the same.